Shola, a politician, is in love with a common gym instructor. However, he is being forced to marry the daughter of a top senator whom he does not love in order to secure his election. You will be surprised by what he does next. Make sure to watch till the end to find out. And if you have already watched this movie, we've uncovered some hidden secrets you may not have noticed. Kindly subscribe to this channel to get more of our latest Nollywood movies. The movie begins with a beautiful lady named Star coordinating a gym workout session with several participants actively taking part in the exercise. Meanwhile, Shola, a renowned politician, is having a meeting with his campaign team. They discuss the progress they've made so far and strategize on the way forward. That same day, a highly influential public figure arrives at Shola's house. This figure is deeply involved in political affairs and discusses an arranged marriage deal with Shola. He promises to help Shola win the election on the condition that Shola marries his daughter. Later that day, Shola's personal assistant, PA, expresses concerns about the arranged marriage and how uncomfortable the situation feels. However, Shola dismisses his opinion. At the same time, Star, an independent lady, brings food and shares it with her friends, who praise her and express their gratitude. The following day, Shola and his PA visit the gym and meet Star coaching someone in a workout session. When they ask to see the manager, Star teases them and introduces herself as the manager. Shola is skeptical because she is a woman. As Star walks Shola through the gym equipment, he struggles with the exercises and expresses how stressful they are. Star then asks him if he now believes she is qualified to train him. Reluctantly, he agrees. On their way home, Shola's PA teases him about Star, but Shola brushes it off. During another workout session, Shola experiences a muscle pull, and Star helps massage his leg. She apologizes for pushing him too hard, and they have a brief conversation. The following day, Shola arrives late for his gym session, and Star points it out, telling him to get started immediately. After the session, Star prepares to leave when Shola's PA offers to drop her off. Shola agrees, and as they drop her off, they notice how well Star interacts with the people in her community. The PA tries to convince Shola to use this as an opportunity to win them over for his political interests, but Shola refuses. Back home, Shola's PA questions his decision, but Shola insists he does not want to take advantage of Star. The PA teases him, suggesting he has feelings for her. The next day, Shola and his PA visit Star at her house. While the PA explains their proposal, Star teases Shola, who remains uptight. Eventually, she agrees to their plan. Shola's PA expresses his appreciation, and Star playfully teases Shola again before taking his phone and saving her number in it. That night, Shola struggles to sleep as thoughts of Star fill his mind. He drinks wine to calm himself. Meanwhile, Star, enjoying her evening alone with a glass of wine, hears a knock at her door. It's Shola. She invites him in, offers him a glass of wine, and they talk. Shola confesses he can't stop thinking about her. After their conversation, he eventually leaves. The following day, during a board meeting, Shola's PA discussed some vital strategies for Shola's campaign. Meanwhile, Star began texting Shola during the meeting, and he couldn't focus at all. Later that same day, Shola went to Star's house. As they talked, he expressed how distracted he had been, admitting that he couldn't focus because he felt so attracted to her. He then asked about her intentions toward him. Star went to the kitchen to cook, but Shola followed her, and they shared a kiss. That night, Star couldn't sleep as she kept thinking about the great moment they shared. Similarly, Shola reflected on the good times they had together. The following day, Shola invited Star to his house. She admired the beautiful house and surroundings, and they had a great time together. However, their moment was interrupted when Shola's fiancé arrived, nagging about him bringing another woman into the house. Star left, feeling uncomfortable, while Shola expressed to his fiancé that he didn't love her. She ignored him and left, leaving Shola displeased. Later that day, Shola and his PA visited Star's house, accompanied by some influential street leaders. These men expressed their distrust of politicians, citing broken promises from previous leaders. Shola tried to convince them to support him, but they refused. However, Star spoke to them, and because of their trust and good relationship with her, they eventually agreed to assist Shola. Afterward, Shola apologized to Star about his fiancé's behavior. Star expressed her concerns, but Shola assured her that he didn't love his fiancée and that his feelings for her, Star, were genuine. She felt better after hearing this. Outside, Shola told his PA about his love for Star, but the PA raised concerns about the repercussions if his fiancée's influential father found out. Shola dismissed his concerns. That same day, Shola sat in his office, reflecting on the happy moments he had shared with Star. Later that night, they spent some pleasant time together, creating even more beautiful memories. The following morning, as Shola left, he encountered the street leaders who had come to support his campaign. They cheered for him, and he gave them some money. When Shola got home, he called Star, and they had a conversation. Meanwhile, his fiancée stalked him and asked who he was talking to, but Shola ignored her. She then handed him an engagement ring and informed him about a proposal she had planned for their wedding. Shola accepted the ring nonchalantly. That same day, Shola's PA expressed concerns about him marrying a woman he didn't love. However, Shola explained that he had given his word to her father and that, as a man of honor, he felt he had no choice but to go through with the proposal. The PA remained concerned. That night, Shola went to Star's house, looking worried. He hugged her, and they spent the night together. The following morning, Star was at the gym training a client when Shola's fiancée stormed in. She slapped and humiliated Star, accusing her of sleeping with Shola. The two women exchanged harsh words, and Shola's fiancée flaunted her engagement ring, taunting Star by saying she would always remain a mistress and a side chick. Feeling hurt and humiliated, Star retreated to the restroom, where her friend comforted her. Later that day, Star confronted Shola about his engagement to his fiancée. Shola insisted that he didn't love his fiancée and that their marriage was just an arrangement. He professed his love for Star, but she refused to accept his explanation. Star told him she didn't want to be just a mistress and demanded that he choose between her and the arranged marriage. She then broke up with him. Shola later confronted his fiancée about her actions, but his mother rebuked him instead. That evening, Shola explained to his mother that he didn't love his fiancée and admitted that he wanted to follow his heart. That night, Shola couldn't sleep. He kept trying to call Star, but she didn't answer his calls. The following morning, Shola expressed his frustration to his PA about Star ignoring him. He regretted his situation and considered going against his promise to marry his fiancée because he didn't love her. He then asked his PA to deliver flowers to Star on his behalf and left. Later that day, Star received the flowers but refused to accept them from the delivery person. Meanwhile, Shola's fiancé's father, a renowned politician, arrived at Shola's house and demanded that he make his engagement to his daughter public. Shola tried to negotiate and suggested keeping it private, but the politician took offense, threatened him, and left. Shola felt deeply troubled. The following day, while Star was at the gym coaching a client, Shola arrived and demanded that she personally train him. Star refused and offered to assign him a new trainer, but Shola persisted. He professed his love for her, but Star declined, telling him that love is not selfish. She walked away, leaving Shola disappointed. That night, Shola sat at the dining table, lost in thought, while his fiancée tried to talk to him. He ignored her, which upset her, and she yelled at him. Shola blamed her for the arranged marriage, and they argued. During their heated exchange, Shola discovered that her true motive for the marriage was to become the first lady. Angered by this revelation, Shola broke up with her. Furious, she shouted at him, poured red wine on him, and continued yelling. Shola stood up and walked out without saying another word. He went straight to Star's house and tried to convince her to accept him into her life. Initially, Star refused, but when Shola explained that he had broken up with his fiancée, she finally accepted him, and they reconciled. The following day, Shola was at home when his fiancée's father arrived, visibly upset. The politician expressed his disappointment and demanded an explanation. Shola told him he didn't love his daughter. Furious, the politician threatened to withdraw his support and endorsement from Shola's campaign and vowed to ensure that he lost the election. After the politician stormed out, Shola confided in his mother about his love for Star, and his mother expressed her excitement to meet Star in person. That same day, Shola and his campaign team hit the streets, rallying for support and voters. A month later, They all gathered in the living room, eagerly waiting for the announcement of the election results. To their surprise and delight, Shola was declared the winner. Everyone rejoiced, celebrating and hugging each other. So, guys, I hope you enjoyed this movie. Kindly like and subscribe to this channel to stay updated with more of our latest Nollywood movies.